teeth. So, Michael Wilbon, Tony Kornheiser, two guys who are in prime age for get off my lawn candidates. You know what, young Cody? I got it. I have a new segment. Get off my lawn. When old people like Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon start talking about disrespecting the game, I'm sorry. What did Michael Jordan do after he dunked on Dikembe Mutombo? Didn't he wave his finger like this? Mm-hmm. Is that not his signature move? Right. So that's not disrespectful, though, right? That's not disrespectful.
It is.
When Sean Kemp came down and dunked on Alton, was it Alton Lister? Well, remember Sean Kemp wound the ball up, dunked on him, and came down, started pointing like this?
Yeah, that's a good
right?
One. That's a good one.
Am I right? When Baron Davis, when he played, who did he dunk on? Was it Dirk Nowitzki he dunked on from the baseline like this?
Yeah.
And then raised up his shirt?
I think it was Dirk.
So, like, you never seen that? What I'm saying is, what about the Birdman? When the Birdman dunked, didn't he used to come down and do the Birdman symbol?
Yeah.
Now they come down, they do the bow and arrow, everything. Steph Curry shimmies how much?
All the time.
This is why I say there's too much Harden hate. If you hate James Harden, just say you hate James Harden. But for this, why not? You want me to be humble when I just shook Ricky Rubio? Like, I just shook him. Why should I? It don't matter to me. If you don't want me to shimmy, don't get shook.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're talking about all these people wouldn't have disrespected the game. Have you never heard the stories? Listen, story time with Big Sarge. Purvis Short used to play for the Rockets. This is way back in the days when this is back in the Larry Bird, Magic Johnson era, right?
Right.
Purvis Short told me one time when I was working at Randall's. He had left the league by then. I was working at the Randall's on the southwest side. He used to come into the store all the time. So one day I asked him, I said, hey, Mr. Short, let me ask you a question. Most disrespectful player you ever played against, the player who disrespected you the most, talked the most trash. Larry Bird. By far. Larry Bird, he said when he walked onto the court, Larry Bird told him, you're going to have a long night tonight, Rook. I'm going to make sure of it. Larry Bird talked so much trash, disrespected so many people. One game, Portland, right? The Portland game, before they were on a West Coast trip. This is before they went to go play the Lakers, right?
Right.
I think he went for like 40 points with his left hand. He told them, tonight I'm only shooting left. You can look that up. Tonight I'm only shooting left. Shooting left, talking trash. You see what I'm saying? Like, so don't go into that. Dr. J, you think he ain't never talk or say nothing when he dunked on somebody? So this is what I'm saying. Get off my lawn. Why are you hating on James Harden because he shimmied after he shook him? So what? I'm a firm believer is if you don't want somebody to do something, stop them.
Yep. That's why I don't like when the players sitting on the bench try to get their points.
What you mean?
Like, at the end of a game, if it's the end of the game and the clock is running out and
the team is winning?
Yeah.
You don't think the other team should shoot?
Oh, no, I'm shooting. This is the first time I'm getting in. I'm getting a playoff stat.
Did you hear what Gilbert Arenas said about that?
What he said?
Gilbert Arenas says, man, he cussed. He's like, man, bump that. He said, if I'm a bench player and I've been sitting on this bench for like a month, ain't really getting no significant playing time, and we blowing out another team, you think I'm going in the game and just pass? If you didn't want me to shoot, y'all should have stopped the starters.
And then they dribble out, like they have a shot clock and they dribble all the way out to the shot. No. I'm driving to the hole. I'm playing like this game is close.
Exactly. So that's what I can't understand is when Michael Wilbon and when Tony Kornheiser come out and says that James Harden is disrespecting the game. And then Michael Wilbon goes into this whole other diatribe about playing in the next round, or getting it done this year by winning, going to the finals and winning. We're not even talking about that. We're talking about one. That's why, young Cody, I'm not going to even lie to you. This is why I am the way that I am, and what I try to, because I try to, teach you this. I'm not, I know that I'm not, your teacher, whatever the case may be. I'm your elder because of my age, but in this business, that's why I try to teach you to stay right here. Don't stay right here. And like, and now I'm about to call Todd out, but he don't care nothing about that. That's why I say, hey, Todd, we're talking about right now, not how many rings the organization has. If we're talking about the history, we're talking about the history. Then we can talk about that. That's how I am with Cowboys fans. Because the first thing people want to do is, just like with my cousin, I was talking about James Harden. I asked about, James Harden right now being offensive. First thing he brought up was James Harden can't be Michael Jordan because he doesn't play defense. I said, who said something about defense? My other boy, my other battle buddy. Well, you can't say Michael Jordan was like that because you never seen all the games that were played. I said, I seen the ones that was played on TBS and WGN. Yeah, but you didn't watch all 82 games. I said, hey, scroll up, bro. Look at what I said. I seen all the games that was on WGN and TBS, and he went into this long diatribe. That's why I always try to get people, stay right here. Stay right here. I know that the Dallas Cowboys got 5 Super Bowl rings. If we start talking rings, then we're talking rings. But Cody, if you start bringing up last season about the Cowboys, the discussion would never end up in how many rings they have. We're going to talk about what Dak Prescott did last year, what the Dallas Cowboys did last year, because this football season hasn't come up yet. And Cody, since you've been doing this, have you noticed when you're having sports debates or when you're talking sports to somebody, they always move the goalpost towards what favors them?
Yeah, you have to in order to win the discussion.
And that's my problem. That's why I always end it with, hey, look, I respect your opinion. I just disagree with it. And that's what I'm saying that to say with Tony, like Michael Wilbon brought up all this other stuff. We're talking about, if you're going to bring up him shimmying on Ricky Rubio, stay right there. Stay right there when you're talking about the disrespect of that James Harden did to Ricky Rubio in Game 2 of the 2019 NBA Finals. We're not talking about what happened in the Western Conference Finals on last year. We're not talking about all that stuff. Let's just stay right here in the moment. And that's the problem that with this day and age, young Cody, people don't know how to stay in the moment.
Yeah, no. Where's he from?
Who?
Not Michael Wilbon.
Kornheiser?
Yeah, where is he from?
Oh, is he from Canada? No, maybe because he always just says good night, Canada. I don't know where he's from. I know Michael Wilbon is a Chicago guy.
Okay.
That's why they brought up Jordan, right?
Yeah.
That's why they brought up Jordan. Kornheiser is a longtime DC guy, though. Okay. He's been in the DC area for a long time, so he ain't had nothing to celebrate in a very long time.
Because I was gonna say he probably was pulling for Utah.
He
probably was pulling for Utah.
I like how you did that, young Cody.
And he was like, "Oh, Ricky Rubio, you know what? That could have been me." And he looks like he probably tried to play basketball at one point in time. Probably wasn't very good. And he just seen himself in Ricky Rubio, and one of them kids shook him, and he fell and did a roly-poly. And one of the kids probably,
You say Kornheiser's from New York. Okay, I just know he's been in the D.C. area for a very long time. I know he's done D.C. sports for a very long time. He even said that this morning when he was on another show. But we got to go to the break, young Cody. Here's my thing. We'll come back in just a second, too. Is this not – do they not sound like get off my lawn, guys? You're 19. The game is played totally different than it was played back in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, right?
Right.
And because the millennials don't have an issue with it, right?
No.
That meant that James Harden went in his proverbial bag, right?
Right.
And he was just in his bag that night.
Yeah, he was in his bag.
Kyrie always in his bag, ain't he?
Always.
Sports Talk Big Songs right here on Legendary KYK all new 92.3 FM. We'll be back.